Remember, it's on a commission and it's a percentage basis. So dump money on, you understand? And then we got the mainstream media colluding, telling you, oh, well, that's a good thing. That's the value of your house went up. Hey, how can that be bad? They don't say it like this, that the worth of your housing dollar went down to those that aren't homeowners yet, that would like to be homeowners. Okay, they don't say it like that. And how, the federal labor department isn't in there saying, hey, you know what, this is not good because employers, hear ye, you're going to have to, by mandate of federal law, give your employees a commensurate cost of living adjustment. You understand? Then the rubber would have met the road right there, and all this stuff would have stopped. It would act like check and balance. Okay, like playing chess. Okay, check, you can't move there. Oh, damn it, back to the drawing board. So they can't meddle with capitalism, true capitalism, supply and demand, free market. Okay, free market, the 2008 bailout. I mean, that's free market turned on its head. We've got capitalism turned on its head. Supply and demand turned on its head. Now we take it, okay, this is capitalism, that if a business is selling less of a product, they have to charge more because, hey, if there was more buyers, you understand, you get that. You see, that's not the way it works. No, things get overabundant to where we're all prosperous. That's what happens. And the need for money becomes irrelevant. Your currency goes up in worth. This happens organically, naturally. So all this suffering that's unnatural bugs me, and this is the fight and the good fight. This is why I have to speak out. I'm utterly compelled to do something here. Okay, I just cannot let people get away with this and think they're getting away with anything. God sees everything. He's going to judge you. We're all going to face the day of reckoning, Judgment Day, and we're going to give account. Okay, and anybody in their right mind believes in God, and they believe that they are a created being. They didn't create themselves. They don't own themselves, therefore. Okay, and they will explain their belief systems. And their belief systems better hold water, or else they don't hold water. Okay, and where are you going to go? You understand? These evildoers are ruling this world. They're the top money lovers. And in the new world, the new age of tomorrow, there cannot be any form of money. Because like turds in a punch bowl, okay, that's what these people are. And I tell you what, I won't drink a drop of punch if there's so much as a smidgen of poo in my punch bowl. And that is what makes me indignant. I cannot relent. Okay? I hate it. I hate walking around with a chip on my shoulder about this, feeling indignant, because I need some help here. People got to start getting it, man, and help me out. Okay? I know what I'm talking about. I'm not insane. I'm not radical. I mean, this world, nobody wants the mainstream media. These Democrats, Republicans are colluding. These people call themselves conservatives and liberals. They're colluding. The people that call themselves socialists and capitalists, they're colluding with each other against the best interests of the American people. They don't explain anything to you. I'm trying to get people to think. I'm trying to inspire thought, provoke thought, invoke thought, whatever. But, let's just take this $50 billion a year we're spending on this Section 8 housing. We, the people, the taxpayers, are forced to pay that. I don't care if you're paying $1 billion a year in tax or if you're paying $1 a year in tax. If that's all you're told your fair share is. You have an equal voice, okay? They don't want you to believe that, okay? They want you to believe something else, what they trained you to believe, just gobbledygook. Come over here in the muddy, bloodied waters, these murky waters. Just you bury your head in the sand. Ignorance is bliss. I've got a college degree. I'm educated. I'm successful as defined by the world. So that makes me pragmatic. I have common sense. I'm smarter than you. Even though that doesn't hold water, that argument. You understand? People got to think. I'm trying to help people think. It is very possible to be evil and not know it. And those are the people I'm trying to reach, because it's like blood on my hands if I don't do something. If they end up in Hades and I had an opportunity, while I still have another breath to come, to say something that could change their mind and make them at least investigate, at least get on their knees and pray to God. Wing it. Just have a little bit of faith and pray to God. Say, reveal to me, God, if anything this clown is saying, it makes sense. Okay, does it? What's he trying to say here? What's he trying to convey? But again, back to the $50 billion a year. Okay, we're forced to rent people houses. And where does all that money go? It goes to enrich fat cats. And I object vociferously. All this is totally unnecessary. I've done my own research. Do you understand? 14 years ago in America, we could have housed every homeless man, woman, and child and still had 90% of the vacant available housing left over. And that's not even including hotels and motels. Do you understand? That's housing for rent or for purchase. That's the research I did. And that's a ballpark figure, albeit it is. But it isn't hyperbolic. I'm just trying to make a point there. The solutions are everywhere. Nobody has to volunteer at Habitat for Humanity. Let's take that $50 billion a year and buy people houses. A lot of people are happy with very little, but give them a little bit of dignity, for God's sake. Man wants to have a family, give him a 3-4 bedroom house. Doesn't have to, a couple thousand square feet. Hey, come on, don't be a pissant. Remember, whose planet is this anyhow? We all have a right. No, we have a duty to ask, whose planet is this anyhow? Just the Rockefellers and Rothschilds and Bushes and Clintons and Obamas? Or does it belong to you and your children too? And what's with this national debt? What do they intend to do about this? I feel bad about leaving this to future generations. I'm on record. That's not my fault. In 2 minutes, I could explain to a child the benefits of purchasing over renting in the long term. 2 minutes. Well, yeah, it would be stupid, mathematically stupid, illogical, not to buy people houses that couldn't afford their own. If that's what we're tasked to do, to take care of them, be our brother's keeper, then that's what we got to do. This wealth imbalance, it keeps growing, the wealth disparity. I mean, is this a joke? Is this funny? This $25 trillion national debt that keeps growing? Is this cute? Is this fun? How do you think it's getting paid off? There's a term called currency debasement, and it amounts to currency dilution or watering down our currency. And if you understand it like that, then you can't. I mean, it's just like having gold. Let's say there was no such thing as fiat money, coins, paper, anything. And all we had was gold on the whole earth to use as money. What they keep doing is they keep watering it down. So you really tried hard to save that pure concentrated gold, and all they're doing is just dumping some impurities. Hey, let's stick some tin in there, and we got to find some cheaper metals. Yeah, it doesn't matter. Just get the job done. They don't care because you understand they can siphon off more. If you're in the money printing class, I mean, how rich are you? Aren't you pretty much as rich as you say you are? So you don't tell anybody, yeah, I'm a multi-trillionaire. I'm a multi-gazillionaire. I could buy the planet many times over. I'm the money printer. I have a perpetual patent to the money. And it's a law. Hey, you know what? That's just the way it is, baby. You understand how insane this whole world system is? Supply and demand. It's turned on its head completely. I mean, and even in the employment arena, it's like we vaunt all these actors and these rich people and famous. Oh, they did this, they did that, they did the next thing. These sports heroes and all this, and oh, they're so wonderful. And, we idolize them. Oh, they're great. All this crap, and it's like, dude, it's a roll of the dice. And these jobs, I mean, you think there's a shortage of guys that can play really good baseball, really good football, really good basketball, or any other ball out there? No, there's no shortage of those guys. There's no justification for the salaries these people make, and the same with actors and comedians. None at all. There's plenty of qualified people to do these jobs. And then you look in the professional arena, and there's people that are more learned because they learned on their own. They didn't go to some college that's limited in what they could teach them, because all you can learn is what the professors can learn. Some university, same thing. Higher education. You're getting very limited, very focused. Okay, not somebody that's really interested. They branch out and other avenues. They explore. They say, well, is this completely right? They want to know. Inquiring minds want to know. Okay, so, it's just like you go to any of these college commencement speeches, and the people that have that ancient wisdom, you hear them. I mean, I remember going to my daughters in San Francisco State, and Willie Mays, the famous baseball player. I actually saw him play when I was 14 years old at Candlestick Park. Willie Mays, I think he was number 42 or 44. 44 was Willie McCovey, I think. It doesn't matter. But he pointed out, hey, man, this is just the beginning. It just started. The real learning comes after college.